welcome to the TED Studios. No, just kidding. That'd be cool though, right? It's just my room. But yes, as the presentation, great graphics by the way, was stating, the leader isn't so simple. You can't just define it by a person or an action. It's more complex than that. The question is, are people born leaders or are they developed? And through our research and extensive knowledge throughout this class, it's quite clear that skills are developed. Now, when we look at what is a leader, like how do we define a leader? Like we said before, you can't simply define it, but you can evaluate how a person becomes a leader. You can observe their emotional intelligence, their self-regulation, their self-awareness, their empathy, their motivation. See what really drives a person in order to become a leader. Break down the parameters that describe them. You can look at what kind of leadership styles they have by looking at Kurt Lewin's 3 styles. Are they democratic? Do they like to share the leadership, have a shared mission, a shared goal? Are they autocratic? Do they like to take more of the leadership role, take control of the situation? Or are they laissez-faire? Do they sit back and kind of let things happen, not necessarily take credit for any of the things that go wrong? So there's different areas at which we can look at to evaluate what makes a leader. Another area important to consider is contingency theories. Leadership theories that involved that your leadership style needs to be appropriate to the given situation. In house path goals theory, the leader's job is to clear the way for others to achieve their goals. Whereas in the situational leadership model, it suggests that tactics are going to change based off of the individual's behavior. So it can vary from situation to situation. And when we're defining what makes a leader in those given situations, we need to look at how are they motivated, what is the situation, what's causing them to act the way they're acting. A leader is also going to be someone who knows when to act, knows the appropriate time and place when to take action. In some of the cases we've done, there wasn't a correct action for the leader to take. Instead, the best action was to take no action, to sit back and let the group work itself out. And so as a leader, you need to make sure that you can differentiate when it is time to take action and when it's not. All these different components help build the mindset of a true leader. Now, in some instances, it's important for a leader to be able to fail. Now, failure is the greatest teacher there is. And so someone who is open and willing to accept their mistakes, learn from them, and build upon them is someone who's willing to grow and fully understand what it takes in order to get the job done. Now, when we take all these different attributes and put them all together, we develop a leader. A leader is someone who's going to show others the way. They're going to develop not only their skills, but the skills of others in order for the good of the group. Now, you might be able to define leader however you like, but when I want my leader, I want them to be knowledgeable, educated, strong, passionate, and so on and so forth. Everyone's going to have their own perspective, but it doesn't matter how we get there, as long as we understand the differences between me, between you, between everyone, and the components that they bring to the table that defines how they are a leader.